Well, it means a lot. I mean, obviously, Coach Brown's history and his resume speaks for itself. To have a veteran, a guy that's won on both multiple levels, that's been as a Hall of Fame coach, to be able to have him in your locker room, to have him in the meeting rooms before practices start, to have him in practices, it's nothing but a win-win situation. He's just a wealth of knowledge that understands the game, and he's helped me tremendously in a few days as he's been here, just talking about scenarios and how to do certain things during practice and how to approach just his opinions. And usually they're really good, and I use them. So that's what that was for. Well, when I played for him, he was just a coach that I really respected because of the way that he handled the team, the way that he loved his players, the knowledge that he had, how brilliant he was in the game. I just felt like that was needed. I didn't even bring him for the recruiting side. I obviously see that, the kids will know who he is from Allen Iverson, but it's just how widely respected he is as one of the smartest coaches and the best coaches that's ever coached the game. And I've always wanted to be around greatness. It doesn't mean that I didn't know anything myself. It's just iron sharpens iron, and I have so much respect for his mindset and how he approaches things and how how he's calculated in everything that he does. So that's why I kept fighting to get him here.
In terms of that, it took you had to put aside your, some people will say, oh, we brought in Larry to help him coach or whatever else.
Right.
You had to put your ego aside to do it, and he had to put his ego aside to be assistant.
Right.
Is that thoughts on that? Like, what is that? And there will be people that you're great to see will say, yeah, that's Larry.
Right. I understand all of that, because there were people who talked against me getting him because they felt like he would get all of the credit. But that doesn't matter because I want to win. I know that he's a huge asset. And I do know that there's going to be games where he's going to give me a ton of great information, and I'm going to use it just like with Cody. Cody's very brilliant. So, I have no ego when it comes to this. I ultimately want to win, and getting a coach, like Coach Brown on your staff, it puts you closer to a goal, especially with the guys that we're recruiting. So, it doesn't matter what people say. I just know that I know what I bring to the table, and obviously we all know what he brings to the table.
He said he had troubles with his hearing aids today. Were you at all like, he is 80, like, do you keep in touch with him to know, like, if he still's got it? Like, that will be a question people had too. Like,
No,
Larry Brown.
he is still Larry Brown. Believe me, he knows what he's talking about. He's well aware of everything that's going on. And at 80, I pray to still be in my right mind and being able to do the things that he does, because on the recruiting trip, we have to walk a long ways. We had to go through a ton of people every single day, and it was, a lot. And then for him to be here early this morning and be ready for practice, come on. You can't beat that.
Will you be coaching at 80, assistant coach?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Coach Brown said he wanted his role to be whatever you wanted his role to be. So what is that?
Just to be himself, and just to be able to, pull anybody to the side and just speak knowledge into all of us, everybody, from the GAs to the managers to anybody on staff. His door is always open. He doesn't let anybody shut his door because he's like, I have an open door policy. Anybody can always come in and ask me anything. And it's almost like you need to have the recorder going every time you're around him, because he just knows so much and has been through so much. And how can you not get better? All of us not get better from having that.
What have some of your players said since he's come in just today with his first practice?
I haven't spoken to any of them about him, but they know that he's the real deal. You can just tell how he commands the room when he talks and everybody's listening, and they understand, quite well who he is.
You mentioned that season you played on. That was, for you, it wasn't a great season.
Mhm.
Personally, for the team, it wasn't a
Mhm.
great season. The fact that he resonates so much with you that you obviously maintain the relationship
Mhm.
all these years later. I'm just curious, like, as you go through a season like that, what was it about him that, you mentioned the relationship with the players, but basically, like, how is it that a guy resonated so much with you during a season that, for all intents and purposes, wasn't a good season?
Well, it's more than just that one season. It's what he's done in his whole body of work. But being with him every day and understanding what he had to go through without having a great team, without having a good team, and to still have to come in every day and work, he never gave up. He coached hard every practice, every game, even though we weren't really good. And I wasn't good at the time because of the injuries, but he never gave in. And that's something that you respect. When times are hard, you're going to need guys that aren't going to give in and aren't going to give up, and I know he's not going to do that.
What's it gonna be like? There's gotta be some times where you probably disagree on something.
Mhm.
Obviously the roles have changed.
Right.
Back then you were the player, you was the coach. Even the past few years, you were the mentor. Now you're technically his boss. Have you thought about that?
Well, I mean, I have the last say, and I respect Coach enough, and I think he understands how that works. He's very smart. He understands that. And he is definitely a true gentleman when it comes to that. He's not going to step on any toes. He's going to give his opinion, and it's going to be up to me to take the opinion or to take the advice. Or if I have something that I think that I want to go with, then I'll just go with it. But majority of the times with he and Cody, when they say things to me, even the previous coaches, I've kind of gone with it because I believe in it.
How hard did you fight behind the scenes to get there?
Pretty hard.
And between you, Cody, and now there, I'm not sure that the staff in the country with so much pro experience, what type of advantage would it be recruiting from, or what type of advantage do you think it would give the program?
It gives it a big advantage because, you know, the parents and the kids know the history of myself and Coach Brown. The ultimate goal for a lot of these kids, whether it's realistic or not, is to make it to the next level. And, you know, we're the guys that can get you there. We can teach you how to do it before you get there. And, you know, that definitely is an added plus for the University of Memphis.
Do you have any sense of how long it's gonna last? I mean, do you bring him into 1 year, 2 years, indefinitely?
It's on him. You know, I think he's been rejuvenated because he's been out of the game for a minute. I think he's excited about being back involved. And like he said, smelling in the gym is his thing, you know, just being back in there. And who knows? We're just going to enjoy him while he's here.
Are you and Laird okay? You and Laird, given how much you fought, is you and Laird each other?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a mutual respect from, you know, AD and the coach. And, you know, I just really believed in that I wanted Coach Brown. Because Laird has done a phenomenal job. He has, you know, he's here for the university and the team, so we have no problems.
Coach Brown will be the last hire you've got. Give an update on the other positions that you need for time taking.
They're coming down to the wire, honestly. Strength coach, last position for the coaching job, and video guy. JJ was still in the picture, just, you know, he had a 1-year deal, and just trying to decide if I wanted to bring him back or go in another direction. So it's just kind of right in that same. Everything should be done pretty quickly within the next couple of weeks.
Larry said he's on the court with the team for the first time. Is everyone playing? Is everyone available right now?
Everyone is available. It was good to see everybody out on the court. There was nobody on the sideline. So it was good to see that because the guys haven't been together in a while. We had a lot of knick-knack injuries, and, you know, we're just happy to see everybody back on the court.
How hard has that been? Is it different this year because of what happened last year? Was it easier because?
It's difficult because we're trying to get a Power 5 to come into here. You know, a lot of guys don't want to come into Memphis, and I understand, but we're going to keep plugging away. But it's almost done.
Anything else today for Coach? Lester, we haven't talked to you since the name, image, and likeness stuff
Mhm.
went into effect. For you, how will that change things for you? I guess maybe not recruiting-wise, but just how you manage the program, given that, you know, players can now take advantage of this. You've been a
Mhm.
proponent of it since you've been the coach here, saying you're in favor of it. How does it change things for you?
Well, with me having my own brand, I definitely understand how to maximize off of the name, image, and likeness, and hopefully that gives us an advantage as well. Being with Nike and all the endorsement companies that I've been with for a while, we don't want it to be too distracting, so we're going to try to shoulder the load. We're trying to help the guys understand how to get it done. But with me having a brand with Nike already, I'm excited about helping the guys move forward on some ideas and being able to help themselves financially.
So it wasn't important, the lot's been made this offseason about the point guard position.
Mhm.
If we sit here today, is it Alex Williams that you want to do?
It's open. It's open. I'm not going to give anybody the chance to say it's mine. I think everybody needs to work for it. Obviously, Alex is a veteran. He's a guy that's won a lot of games for us, that's played a lot at the end of the games, even if he hadn't started. He's the veteran, you know, and he needs to handle himself accordingly to be able to have that title.
Health-wise, is
He's getting back healthy. He's as good. He feels as good as he's felt in a while after that bad ankle injury.
Thank you.